Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making for you all a different flavor kurma. You all are probably fed up of the same regular kurma, so today I'm making for you all a pumpkin spice flavored kurma. You all are absolutely going to love this one, and I've made it the iconic triangle shape. So let's get straight into this recipe. Let me show you how easy it is to make. So to my flour, and I'm using all-purpose flour, and the ingredients will be listed in the description box. I'm going in with pumpkin flour. I'm also going to add in some cake spice. I'm making this one totally different from the regular version. In goes some cardamom or elaichi powder and my pumpkin spice. We're going to give that a good mix. Mix it in really well. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And then I'm going to go in with some cold butter. Now you really want the butter to be cold because we are looking to get a nice flaky, crunchy kurma. So mix that really well. I'm adding in some vanilla essence to my milk. And I'm going to add all of my milk to the flour. If you think your flour, you can't manage it with all of the milk at once, I suggest doing half and half. And if you have less milk and you have a lot of dry flour left, just use some more milk until it all comes together. We want a really firm dough, so we don't want to be adding too much of liquid in there. It's going to feel really dry, but once you start taking your two hands and pressing it together like this, it's going to come together. It has enough liquid in there and you don't want it to be soft. I like it to be firm because it gives me a really nice kurma. So it feels kind of firm, stiffish, like that. Place it onto your work surface, and now it's time to open out this. You'll see that it's cracking up, but you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you guys how to make it really neat and even. So I'm going to roll this out to about a half or a quarter inch, depending on how thin or thick you want it. And using my pizza cutter, I'm going to trim off the rough edges. And don't worry about those rough edges. We'll pick up all of those pieces and put it back together to form another dough ball, and we'll roll that out again to get some more pieces. Now I'm doing this in a triangular shape. If you wanted to make it the stick version, you can. If you wanted to make it little pillowy versions, you can. Feel free to cut this the way that you like it. So I'm cutting them to about 1 inch in thickness, which is thicker than you would cut a regular stick kurma. So you guys see how easy the pizza cutter works? It works wonders. Now I'm going to place those pieces aside. We'll work with one piece at a time. And you do what works best for you. So now we're just going to cut it into triangles. So you're going to go with the motion one way, so you're creating a V. You go one way left and then you go right. You go left and you go right to create that V. And you see how easy? And you can use a knife for this if you wanted to. So once you've finished, cut up all of your pieces. We're going to go ahead and fry this on a medium-low heat. And we're going to fry it for about 8 to 10 minutes until it starts to float. You want it to take its time and fry. It's going to create layers in there and it's going to get really crispy. Give it a mix. And you guys see that it already has a dark color, so just be careful. You don't want this to burn. It's going to taste really bad if it gets burnt. So keep your eye on it and allow it to fry for that 8 to 10 minutes. It should look like this when it's finished. You see it still has a beautiful golden color and they're all floating. Take them out of your hot oil and drain them. So I'm going to continue frying the rest and I'll set it aside. Next, let's make the pag. So to my pot, I'm adding in water and granulated sugar. Guys, you have to use granulated sugar. If you use brown sugar, it will not crystallize. It will be very sticky. Give this a mix and allow it to dissolve properly. So you want all of those granules to dissolve, and once it has been dissolved, you're going to continue to cook this mixture We want this to start to get sticky and we want it to thicken. You'll notice tons of bubbles in there. So when you see those bubbles forming, go in with some pumpkin spice. Those bubbles are an indicator that this is almost ready. It's getting there. So I'm going to give it a good mix. And what I look for is when the sugar starts to stick on the inner side of the pot, you'll notice it looks like this whitish snowy substance, and you can see it just scraping off of the pot. You'll see me doing it right here. So I always do that test. So this is how the consistency will look, and it's nice and thick and bubbly. Pour it over your kurma, and you want to move really quick for this because the sugar syrup can crystallize and get very hard very quick. Now we're going to toss to coat those kurma pieces in that pumpkin spice syrup. Mix it really well, and you'll notice as it starts to dry, you'll see that iconic white coating that goes all over the kurma pieces. And once it's mixed in properly, it's ready to be enjoyed. Now this can last up to 3 days out of the refrigerator. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you all enjoyed the twist to the recipe. I think that, try something new for this Diwali. You're always trying the same regular kurma. I have different versions on my channel. I hope you guys give one a try. Thank you all so much. Comment down below and let me know if you make this. And for the pumpkin flour, if you can't find flour, you can use pumpkin puree. The pumpkin flour that I used here is from Isabel's, and you can find Isabel's on Facebook and contact them to order. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you continue to stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.